We begin with the latest in the Middle East. Israel launched a massive air assault on Gaza, shattering a fragile ceasefire that took effect just 2 months ago. The overnight airstrikes killed more than 400 people across the Gaza Strip, including children, women, and elderly people. Authorities in Gaza said people were still trapped under the rubble of their homes, bombed by the Israeli forces.
Even during the ceasefire, the occupation did not allow the entry of medical equipment, devices, and very necessary medical consumables to maintain what remains of the health system and functioning hospitals. The occupation has destroyed more than 22 hospitals, and only fewer than 7 hospitals are now operating partially.
Now reports say Israel struck targets in Khan Yunis and Rafah in southern Gaza, Gaza City in the north, and some locations in central Gaza Strip. The Israeli military said it targeted terror locations of Hamas as the Palestinian group has been refusing to release more hostages. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he ordered the strike due to a lack of progress in talks to extend the ceasefire.
The IDF is currently attacking targets of the Hamas terrorist organization throughout the Gaza Strip with the aim of achieving the war goals as determined by the political echelon, including the release of all our hostages, living and dead.
Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Danny Danon, says the country will show no mercy on Hamas until all captives are in fact released.
The Israeli Air Force initiated a series of attacks against Hamas targets in Gaza. We will show no mercy on our enemies. Let me be very clear. Israel will not stop until all of our hostages are back home. We will make it very clear to the Security Council that if they want to stop the war in Gaza, they have to ensure that the hostages are coming back to Israel. We are committed to bring them back.
Now responding to the devastating strikes, Hamas claimed Israel had put the fate of its remaining hostages in jeopardy.
Benjamin Netanyahu's decision to resume war is a decision to sacrifice the occupation's prisoners and impose a death sentence on them.
Notably, Israel's surprise attack on Tuesday killed several Hamas officials, including a senior member of its political wing. Moreover, the White House confirmed that Israel did in fact consult with President Donald Trump before launching the wave of strikes on the Gaza Strip.
As President Trump has made it clear, Hamas, the Houthis, Iran, all those who seek to terrorize not just Israel, but also the United States of America, will see a price to pay. All hell will break loose.
The latest escalation in Gaza comes amid a standoff in truce talks between Israel and Hamas. Israel wants Hamas to release half of the remaining 59 hostages under the first phase of the 3-stage ceasefire deal, which Netanyahu insists should be extended until mid-April. However, Hamas says it would only release the hostages under the second phase that was due to begin earlier this month and would require Israel to negotiate over a permanent end to the war.
Firstpost brings you the Ideas Pod at the Raisina Dialogue 2025, the largest gathering of global policymakers, thought leaders, and innovators, now on the fastest growing international news platform. Big ideas, big debates, big impact. Only at the Ideas Pod.
Raisina Hill.
Firstpost gives you front row access to the conversations that matter most. The Ideas Pod. Raisina Dialogue 2025 on Firstpost. From March 17th to March 19th.
Do you think that Ukraine is at its weakest position?
This war is not about Ukraine.
Do you believe that your president was insulted? Yes or no question? Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.
Diplomacy will work?
Yes,
Do you
it
think
will.
Russia will give up the territory if there is no ceasefire? Do you propose to keep fighting?
We are ready to resist.
Do you think there will be peace?
Many countries gave us 3 days.
President Trump said you don't have any cards.
We do not have another choice.
How do you keep fighting?
You ask me once again the same question.
Because you've not answered my question.
We have enough capacities to keep fighting.